All right, what's up, guys? So after a few years of not making videos for YouTube, I'm going to give it another shot here. Probably won't make a thing of it, but I figured this would be an easy one to cover and useful for a lot of people. Something that I feel like every truck should probably have. Just been crazy busy with life. Started a business, had a daughter, having another one here in September. So just haven't had time, but I figured this one would be a good quick one to cover. So what we're gonna do, I've got this old rusted out piece of shit 91 W250 I drive, just daily drive it basically, and had a headlight go out, so I figured fuck it, we'll throw the headlights on relays and we'll upgrade the housings to the Hella E-Code H4 housings. Biggest reason to do this is Mopar wiring is garbage. They put the load of the headlights entirely on the headlight switch. And they burn out a lot, burn out the switch. And then also they're just not as bright as they could be because of that. You got a lot of voltage drop. So I'm going to show you guys what all we're going to use. I'm going to kind of piece this one together because there's a lot of in-between time-consuming bullshit making the harness and everything. So I'm just going to show you guys everything we're going to use. And then I'll build it all, explain what I did, and then we'll show you how to put it in the truck. Okay, so here are our supplies. So this is everything you need to build the harness and install the housings in the truck. So I'm going to start with these Hella H4 E-Code housings. They're a nice glass housing. They give a great crisp light pattern. They come with these H4 bulbs. You can get better bulbs if you want. I just use the ones it comes with because I'm cheap and they're good enough. I'm going to highlight the fact that these are not DOT approved. And I'm sure there's going to be somebody in the comments that's going to cry about it, so I'll just tell you. If you live somewhere where there's inspections, maybe that would be an issue. I'm not sure how closely they look at that type of shit, but I've never had problems, and in my opinion, they're just better than the DOT housings. And we got some wiring. I use 14 gauge mainly because I'm cheap. I've always used 14 gauge. Some people are going to say, oh, you're supposed to use 12 gauge. Well, I never have, and I've never had a problem. I get these cheap relays off Amazon. They come with these weatherproof connectors. I like them. They're easy to splice into. Some H4 headlamp sockets, auto reset breaker, this diode, which I'll show you what that's for in a bit, and some electrical tools and connectors. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build the harness, and then I'll come back and show you guys lengths of everything I used, how I did it, and what that all entails. So here we go. So before you get started, it's important to understand what wire does what. So on our headlamp connectors, we've got black, white, and blue. Black is our ground, white is your low beams, and blue is your high beam. On your relay, so there's colored wire and there's actual pin numbers on your relay. So if you're looking at it from the bottom, don't worry about the yellow wire. That's not applicable for this project. You got 4 pins. You've got your black, which is your ground, your blue, which is the power out to your headlight. Your white wire is going to be your trigger wire. That's going to hook up to the old headlamp connector to trigger the either high or low beam. And then your red wire is your power into the relay from the battery. Here we got our harness all made up. So before I cover this thing up with loom, I just kind of want to show you guys what was going on here. So starting at the top, I just used a piece of angle iron, mounted everything to our low beam relay, our auto resetting breaker, our high beam relay, and then I use this for grounds. So we got to ground both relays and our headlight harness. This is power for both relays, and then we'll connect battery power to here. So to trigger the relays, we have our trigger circuit here. That's the white wires. So This is where that diode goes. So if you place this diode with the cathode side, or where the ring is, on the low beam side, when you turn the low beams on, it will not allow power to travel through here. But when you turn the high beams on, it will allow power to go back to the low beam side, and it'll illuminate both filaments of the bulb at the same time, making your headlights twice as bright. So I highly recommend doing that. You don't have to, but these diodes are, I think I paid $5 for 20 of them. So I just extend that out with about a foot or so of wire and put spade connectors on them. These will go into the old headlight plug, and that's what will trigger our relays to come on. And then we come out of the relays with our power out to our headlight harness. Come over here, this will be the driver's side. I just used like 2 feet of wire for that. And then from the driver's side, I extend that with about 6 feet of wire to the passenger side headlight plug. So we're gonna get this loomed up and in the truck, and then we'll go on to installing the H4 housings. All right, so we mounted our bracket, routed our harness. So we needed power from the battery to our auto reset breaker. I already had this chunk of wire hanging off this old battery terminal, so I just threw a ring terminal on it and used it. You could make a new one, do whatever you want. You just got to get power to that. Over here, we connected our trigger circuit to our old headlight plug. Just stash that guy in there. Then we've got our driver's side plug, and just routed this across over here and to our passenger plug. So in order to make these new Hella housings fit, we kind of got to do a little bit of modification to the headlight bucket. So I already removed it. You just take the trim ring off. This other trim ring that holds the old sealed beam in. And then you got to remove the headlight bucket. To do that, it's just held in with this spring, and then it's behind these adjusters. Be careful not to break those when you're taking it out, because they're plastic and brittle, probably. Now to make the new housing fit, we were just gonna cut along my line here. Basically just make this a full circle now instead of this half moon shape that it is now. All right, so you saw in the picture how I hogged those buckets out and got our new housings in. Everything's hooked up. Let's see if they work. There's our low beam, high beam. Notice how the low beam circuit does not go out. That's because of our diode. So that's it. Pretty straightforward project. Just a few little things about it. You could actually do this without upgrading the headlight housings. I highly recommend it, even if you're staying with the factory seal beam style headlights. It takes the load off of the headlight switch and makes the lights brighter. It's just better. Someone else is going to say, oh, but I can buy the harness. You're right, you can buy a harness like this on Amazon or eBay for like 30 or 40 bucks, and your wife's boyfriend to help you put it in for it. I'm just not that. I like, if I can build something, I'd rather make it than buy it. That's just how I am. And I already had all this shit. I didn't really have to buy anything to even do this. So it was pretty cost effective. The other one is going to be LED headlights. Somebody's going to say, oh, but my LED headlights don't need relays. That's fine. If you want to run LED headlights, go ahead. LED headlights don't draw as much power. They don't put as much load on that headlight switch. And you can probably get by without running relays. I hate LED headlights. I think they look fucking stupid. They don't look factory. Like say the truck light LEDs. Great fucking light pattern. Love them. Probably the best light pattern you can possibly get in this size headlight. They look fucking stupid and they're expensive. I would never put them in a truck of mine, but if you do, whatever, that's on you. But yeah, if you got LEDs, you probably don't need to do this, and this probably ain't even the channel for you, because we don't do LED headlights here. So anyways, hope you guys got something from this, and cheers.